Hey guys, it's Yvette, and I am here for my Monday catch-up, which I haven't had in a couple weeks. And it's interesting because a lot of times what I'll do, I don't know why I'm saying a lot of times, I've only had, like 2 or 3 of these Monday catch-ups, and then got rudely interrupted by QuiltCon. I guess I could say, since I'm in this video, that I had a really good time at QuiltCon. There were a few people who came up to me and said hello, that they watched videos and, you know, maybe never commented, but that they watched videos. So that was really nice. It wasn't a whole lot of people. It was, 4 or 5 people. One of them was at the airport, which is kind of funny. I wasn't expecting that one for sure. But, yeah, so that was really nice. That was really nice. And I got to see loads of quilts, and I'm still just sort of going through and editing them. Not the, quilts, obviously, themselves, but, I'm like making sure that I frame them well so that you're just getting the quilt and not like tons of, the ceiling or the floor or anything like that, right? So, I'm still in the process of going through that. I mean, I'm not kidding, guys. Hundreds of quilts. It's a lot of quilts. But I had like such a great time being able to see all of them. And then to be able to go through and talk to some of the people who were vending. And unfortunately, there was nobody there for me to talk to about the Paca presser, which is what we're calling the pressing stick now. I was going to try to talk to somebody, but hopefully I'll be able to do something like that for sure at Quilt Market, because that'll be, those people who attend Quilt Market are more, looking for that kind of thing. So that's good. And so I'm excited about that. And what else could I say about QuiltCon? It just was, I mean, if I'm being honest, I think I kind of thought that it would be bigger. And I've been told that Quilt Festival, which is after, I think Quilt Festival happens right after Quilt Market in Houston. And I've been told that that event is bigger than QuiltCon. So I don't know. I mean, honestly, I've been quilting a long time, sure, but I've not been real involved in all of the market and QuiltCon and Quilt Festival and that kind of thing. I mean, I've been to some quilt shows, but nothing on par with the kind of things I've been doing in the past year and a half. So that's very exciting. Or actually, it might even have just been a year. It's actually maybe just been a year that I've been doing this, not even a year and a half. Yeah. So it's different. Different vibe. Really lovely. And so there you go, QuiltCon. If you have any other questions about it, you can certainly ask below. I'll do my best to answer. And I hope you guys enjoyed my Instagram stories. I was trying to do that kind of thing. And I know that after they posted on Instagram, I have it linked so that they would post on Facebook. That way, either way, wherever you were, you should have been able to see them. And okay, so that's QuiltCon. That's done. Whew, it's behind us now. And so now I came back and I'm going through a lot of the boxes that came in while I was gone and that have subsequently kept arriving, like as I got home. So I'm working through that kind of stuff as well. And what else am I doing? Okay, so I made the decision to enroll in Immersion, which is a surface pattern design. I mean, seminar, lecture. No, it's like a whole series. I mean, it's going to go on for, me and words. We just don't get along. anyway, there are a lot of lessons over months time that we are going to be getting from Bonnie Christine, who is the daughter of Maxie Makes, and now doing a good quilt. And Maxie is just, you know, one of the first things I learned when I was watching one of the videos that Bonnie Christine had put out, I'm just going to call her Bonnie, I think. I don't know, we'll see. Is that she got involved in quilting by working in her mom's quilt shop. So, little things that, you know, I mean, I think that I knew these things about Maxie, but as far as Bonnie Christine goes, I'll be honest, all I knew about Bonnie Christine, and this is terrible, but it's honest and true, is I knew that she was Maxie's daughter. And I knew that she designed for Art Gallery Fabrics. That's all I knew. And we had been sent some of her fabrics by her mom in you know, in the Maxie Makes box. And so I had seen some of her fabric, her designs, stuff like that. But that was about all I knew. I mean, I had no idea that she had these classes, and quite honestly, I know I've told you guys before that I'm one of those girls who's just like fly by the seat of your pants, right? And I truly am that kind of girl. I really am. I've always been I want to do that, you know, and then run over and do it. If I'm being honest though, not with, you know, 100% success, but I think that that's probably true of anybody who attempts just lots of things, wants to do lots of things. And so my biggest problem is that I know, and I've been told a lot, that I need to focus on one thing. And it's true. I know that it's true. But gosh darn, that's difficult for me. Like, there are just so many things I want to do, and I have to keep reminding myself that I need to focus on this one thing, whatever it's going to be, so that I can be successful and be known for that one thing, and not have people say, oh, TheYvetteRene, just go check her out, she does everything. Nobody wants to check out everything. Think about it. Everybody, you know, like each person will have a focus. And so let's say person A has a focus of cross stitch, and that's their bag, right? They love cross stitch. They're floss tubing. They are looking for somebody doing cross stitch with them and having this whole thing. And then you'll have person B who likes making bags, right? And so that person is looking for somebody who is making bags all the time. Show me how to make the next bag. I want to make the next bag. Do you have a pattern? What is, you know, what are you pushing? Are you doing kits? Are you, you know, and so let's just say, I'm going to stop there because you could go on because there's crochet, knitting, cross stitch, bag making, quilts. I mean, it's endless, right? There are so many things out there that we could all choose to do. And yes, it doesn't mean that someone does not do all the things, right? It doesn't mean that. But for the most part, people will have one focus that they are looking for. And if they happen to find someone and that person is maybe doing a little something on the side and they like that, then that's great. But that's not what brought them there. And so if I am the person who maybe does a little bit of quilting, a little bit of bag making. Oh, I know how to do a cross stitch. Let me show you how to start a cross stitch. I know how to do this. Let me show you how to start on that. That's not what people are looking for. And I'm starting to realize that. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And so for me, it's like I know what I want. I know what my niche is. I know what I want to quote unquote, just for lack of a better term, be known for, right? And if I can focus on that one thing and become, and this is, you know, this is, I'm putting this out there for all of you guys because I know I am not the only one who is interested in doing something like this, something creative with their lives. And so this is just a note to you as well. It's a note to self. It's a note to you. If you are looking for some way to make it, you need to focus on one thing, at least in the beginning. You need to be known for one thing. If you are known for one thing, then that one thing is going to catapult you to a place where you can do all the things. You may not have to tell everyone you're doing all the things, but then you'll be able to do all the things because you won't be trapped by all the things that are keeping you from being successful. And so toward that, I've been having so many ideas. I mean, this is the problem. My problem is that I have too many ideas that I want to do. And I was, you know, trying to keep opening boxes because that's what people want to do. And honestly, like, I love opening the boxes. I don't think I'm going to like stop that. But what I'm trying to say is but I'm not focused. Like, I think I'm starting to gain an audience of people who, know that I do sew-alongs. At least I hope so. That's what I'm working toward that. It's just, it's not like you can be so prolific with the videos as you would if you were just opening a box, right? Because opening a box will take you about 10, 15, 20 minutes to film, and then you just edit it and post it. I mean, really, it's easy peasy. Well, relatively. I mean, in comparison to the other things that I do. And so when I made the decision that I wanted to do sew-alongs and tutorials and that sort of thing, that really hurt, JB. He just clawed his way up my leg. Okay. Then I had to just stick with it, because that's another thing, is if something is not going the way I want to, I tend to quit it. And so I had to not do that. I'm like, you can't make a decision and then you have to stick with that. You can't say, oh, this isn't working within like 3 weeks and then want to quit. It takes longer than that. And that's hard for me. But this is what I keep telling myself. I've been doing this almost 4 years now and I haven't quit. And if nothing else, I am the girl who quits. I am. If something's not working, I just want to give up. But I haven't. So that tells me something. And so if you're interested in doing this, you need to find one thing. I started thinking that I think part of my thing is that I would have an idea of what I wanted to do, and then I would see 2 or 3 other people come out with the idea before I could even get to it, because I don't have the time that some other people do. And so I would see them come out with it, and I would get so down on myself. I'm like, you see, if you would stop taking so long. What's wrong with you? This is how I talk to myself. Isn't it lovely? But I got to stop that too. And so, I mean, I'll be upfront. I was looking to start a membership is what I was thinking to do. I was going to start a membership where I was going to, one part of the membership would be you could be taking part in a year-long, perhaps, sew-along, where you wouldn't know what the pattern is. It'd be sort of like a mystery quilt. But the bonus would be that I would be each month sewing all of the blocks with you, so that it would be like we were all sewing together. I was going to make like this little Okay, but then I started seeing all kinds of people coming out with that. And then the other part of the membership was going to be each week you would just get, you know, 1 or 2 videos from me about certain tutorials, maybe blocks that I was putting together. Maybe I would have, you know, I had ideas, but not enough to get it going yet. And then I started seeing, I mean, everybody and their brothers coming out with that now. I mean, everybody. I got like requests from all sorts of people who were doing this, and I was going, oh my goodness, like this was totally what I had in mind. I can't do this now. And see, I couldn't move forward because I don't know how to write a quilt pattern. I don't know. I've never like designed my own blocks. I've never put blocks together on my own in a quilt. I've never had to write the instructions for assembly of a quilt, which, you know, is not, I'm not even saying that's that hard, but you have to do it right. You can't just rush into these things, right? And so in the process of trying to learn all these things, and still keep up with everything else that I'm doing, I, you know, have all these other people coming out with all of these ideas that I had, but had not been able to implement. So, I mean, when I say that my mind just goes a mile a minute, okay, well, that's not going to work, and I'm moving on. And then, I don't even know why, but I started, everybody that I would talk to about design, I got EQ8. I started learning it. I have been learning it for about 9 months now. And the thing is that's a very step-by-step thing. If there is a way to like jump around in curriculum, I don't know how to do it. And I wouldn't even know where to begin. Like, what am I looking to, what am I asking for? So that wasn't ready. And everybody I would talk to would say, well, you really should learn Illustrator. Illustrator is more like for the artist, and it's vector-based, and you'll have more control over your designs. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, somebody thinks I can design? I'm like, I'm not an artist. I mean, I love to draw, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, nobody would pay for anything I am designing. And you know, if I sit down and start to draw something, like if I go to draw a cat, I guarantee you're not going to know it's a cat. Nope. You're not going to know it's a cat. I can't draw people. I certainly can't draw. I mean, I can't really draw. Okay. Well, fast forward. Hold on one moment. Sorry about that. Okay, so if we fast forward to, then I start talking to people about learning Illustrator, and part of the program that Bonnie Christine has, her Immersion program, is to learn Illustrator and how to market yourself as a surface pattern designer. In other words, design fabric or wallpaper or any of those sorts of things. And so I thought, oh, I hemmed and hawed because I'm, you know, all I can think about is all the things that I've been trying to do and haven't accomplished anything. Well, maybe that's being a bit harsh. It's not that I haven't accomplished anything, but the main goal that I have is still very far away from me. A lot further than I thought it would be. And so, so guys, I'm giving it a go. It started today. It was very exciting. We're going to be put in very small groups of what they're calling accountability groups, which I was terrified to even put myself in, but I've done it because I need it. I'm hoping that I can help someone else just as much as I'm searching for help. And I'm excited about it. I don't know if, you know, maybe I'm not as creative as I think I am. I think I'm kind of afraid I'm going to find that out. I'm afraid I'm going to find out that, and these are all things that we're not supposed to think, but I'm afraid I'm going to find out I'm an imposter, that, I don't know. But what I do know, and this is like the first couple of things that we have been going through in her group, is that you have to stop thinking that way. You have to phrase everything in a way that you believe in yourself, and that everybody else believes in you, and you can do it. And even if you've tried 1,000 times, 1,001 can be the time. So guys, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And maybe if you guys can be part of my accountability group too, because I need to stop thinking about what everyone else is doing, and I need to just focus on myself. And, you know, while I'm going through immersion, there are some things that I am trying to do, and I need to stop saying try. I need to stop saying try. There are things that I am going to do to further the niche that I am searching for. So, even though, yes, I think it would be awesome if I could learn to design fabric collections that reflect the things I love, which is what everybody else does who creates fabric collections. That's what they're doing. So if I can do that, yes, that would be awesome. Do I want to learn how to write block patterns and quilt patterns? Absolutely. That's part of the Illustrator as well, but it's not going to do everything for me. I still have to do the work, which I'm okay with. But I need to go in a certain direction. I need to go in the direction that I want to for my niche. So, one of the things that Bonnie Christine says is do one thing every day. Do one thing. Don't look at the big picture all at once when you're starting out. Do one thing to get yourself toward your goal every day. And so, I think that that's such great advice that I'm gonna give that advice right back to you. If there is something that you're dreaming of and you think, oh, it's just too much, I can't possibly do it. BS. I'm calling BS. Do one thing every day. And I'll just leave that right there. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for following me, for caring about me and the things I care about. I try to remember every single time I even make a video to tell you guys how much I love you and I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you in the next one. Good night.